Do you ever sit down at the harp and wonder what you should be doing for your daily technique warm-ups? Is it even possible to get your fingers to feel more nimble and ready to play your pieces beautifully? Well, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I take a very practical approach to technique. I want to train my hands to learn everyday patterns that will help me play my pieces beautifully with gorgeous tone, fluency, and ease. If that sounds good to you, give the video a like, and I'll show you a new resource that I've created to help you with those everyday patterns of placing your fingers and linking groups of notes together. Let's get started. This new resource is called Perfect Placing. It's a digital download that includes 15 warm-ups, and we'll be focusing on placing your fingers into groups and linking groups of notes together into short patterns. But before we take a closer look, let's make sure that you have the basics down pat. So go get your harp and let's practice placing fingers and linking groups together. So when we're talking about placing fingers, we're looking for brackets. Now here's a sample right up here of a small pattern with 4 notes, and you see the bracket over the 4 notes. That bracket is telling us that we need to place all 4 fingers on the strings at the same time as a group. So my hint for you is to approach the strings with a closed hand. If you start placing the fingers one by one, then probably what you'll be likely to do is place your C and then your D and then your E and then your G, and that's not exactly what we want to do. We want to learn to open the hand and place the entire group of fingers at the same time. So let's practice that. Approach the strings with a closed hand. You'll hover close to the place where you'll be placing your fingers. Now slowly allow the fingers to open and hover the fingers close to C, D, E, and G. Don't touch those strings yet. Now, place the 4 fingers at the same time as a group. All right, now notice that the thumb is placing nice and high. The fingers are placing low on the strings. I want you to be careful that you're not placing like this. Do you see how the fingers are too high? They're too close to the thumb. Be careful that you're not placing high and then sliding your fingers down. Train your hand to hover, open, and place as a group, and then stick that landing with the fingers placed low and your thumb placed high. Now let's close those fingers. Finger 4 will play first, and when it does, I want 4 and 5 to close into the palm of the hand as best as you're able. Finger 3 closes into the palm of the hand, finger 2 closes into the palm of the hand, and then your thumb closes down over your knuckle. Good, let's do that one more time. So we hover close to the strings, open, and place the 4 fingers as a group. Nice job. Now close finger 4, 4 and 5 into the palm of the hand. Close 3, close 2, and close your thumb. Beautiful. So that's placing a group of notes. Placing the 4 fingers at the same time as a group. Now notice that that group of notes is ascending. All of the notes are moving in one direction. And if you haven't realized that, that's something that you'll notice in harp music. When there is a bracket, those notes will be moving in one direction. So if the melody changes direction, that means that we will have 2 brackets that we'll need to link. So our next example right over here is showing you a short melody with 5 notes, and the melody is changing direction. We go E up to F, up to G, and then down to E and down to C. So we have 2 brackets that need to link together. So the first bracket is telling us to place 3 fingers as a group. So hover close to the strings and prepare to place E, F, G. Hover, open, and place E, F, G. Check to make sure that your thumb is high and your fingers are placed low on the strings. Now let's do this step by step so you can see how to link properly. So we close finger 3, 3, 4, 5 will all close into the palm of the hand. Good. Now, when you play finger 2, we're going to do something called bounce and hover. Finger 2 is going to need to close and quickly reopen. So I call that bounce. We're going to bounce, quickly reopen, and hover your finger 2 and your finger 3 over E and C, which you'll see at the end of the next bracket. The next step is to play and place. You'll play your thumb and place 2 and 3 at the same time. It's like passing the baton in a relay race. Okay, we're gonna play and place. Here we go. Play and place the 2 and 3 at the same time. Close 2 and close 3. Beautiful, let's do that again. So prepare to hover, open, and place on E, F, G. Here we go. Hover, open, place, E, F, G. Good. Close finger 3, close finger 2, and bounce. Now hover 2 and 3 over E and C. Good. Play the thumb and place 2 and 3. That's linking your groups together. Close 2 and close 3. And when that goes a little faster, it will sound and look like this. So in the Perfect Placing workbook, we're building your skills systematically, little by little. We're starting off with placing 2 fingers on the harp, and then 3 fingers, and then 4. And then the next 9 warm-ups deal with linking. And again, we're building that skill little by little. So for example, if the title says linking 3 plus 1, that means you'll place a group of 3 fingers and then link to add 1 more note for a 4-note pattern. The next exercise would be linking 3 plus 2. Place 3 fingers as a group and link to add 2 more notes for a 5-note pattern. And then 3 plus 3, place 3 fingers as a group and then link to add 3 more notes for a 6-note pattern. So we go through the various combinations in a systematic way. The final 2 warm-ups in the book will give you a sneak peek at thumb slides and crossing over, which is another way of linking notes together smoothly at the harp. And then at the very end of the book, you'll see a piece of music called A Restful Place, which is a study that brings all of your skills together into a mid-elementary solo. If you're new to the harp, it would probably be best to go through these warm-ups with a teacher. You're welcome to reach out to me for lessons. I teach online lessons, and the link to my studio is always in the description box below. But if you have plenty of experience with placing your fingers and linking groups together, then you'll be able to just use this workbook for warm-up. In fact, when I need a good warm-up for my fingers, I just go through all 15 exercises at once. Now I want to show you some ways that you can use these exercises to build even more musicianship skills, but it depends on your level. So I want you to ask yourself, are you a note learner or a skill builder, or are you a harp rebel? If you are a note learner, then you can use these exercises to practice your note reading skills. So sit down with an exercise every day and start with a treble clef and name every single note out loud, fast. Then switch down to the bass clef and name every single note in the exercise, fast. You could get out a timer on your phone and have a little competition between the treble clef and the bass clef. Write down your scores and watch yourself get faster at identifying your notes. If you are a skill builder, then you'll use these exercises for improving your rhythm. So first of all, make sure that you know how to count the basic pattern. And there's room in the exercise on the score to write in your full measure counting right on the score. So you can do that if you need to. And try to challenge yourself to count out loud as you play the exercises. Counting in your head is not the same thing. Make yourself count out loud. That's the skill. That's the full brain workout right there. These are also excellent warm-ups for learning to use the metronome metronome. So if that's a skill that you would like to build, this is a good place to do it. And I would say aim for slow and steady. Set your metronome to somewhere between 60 and 80, and just really work on learning to match your internal pulse to the external pulse of the metronome and staying consistent with your playing. Now, if you are a harp rebel, then you are looking for some extra challenges, and I have them. So I would start with the speed challenge. Take that metronome, push it up to 101 or 120 for a faster tempo for your fingers. Or my favorite one is eyes closed challenge. Can you go through an entire page of warm-ups with your eyes closed? That's really going to help you build your kinesthetic skills. That's a big part of my practice. Watch for the rhythm variations at the end of each exercise, and these are going to help you develop more finger independence and rhythmic precision. If you would like to add some perfect placing to your practice routine, just head over to my shop, musicdiscoveries.shop, and you'll find the digital download, and you'll be able to print that, put it in a binder, or view the pages on your tablet. Now, as a special bonus for watching the video, I also have a freebie for you. So if you look down in the description box below, there's a link where you can get a freebie, one of the exercises that you can download and try it out and see if you like it. So let me know in the comments. I want to know, do you think you are a note learner, a skill builder, or a harp rebel? Let me know in the comments. I hope you all have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video.